I hope you gentlemen are doing great this morning. Starting with Mr. Knives Are Life, Mr. Ed, Mr. Sever, Mr. Wicked Dream Designs, Mr. Scott, Mr. Nick, and Mr. TC. You're selling your Satori? What in the world? Hey, that is a pretty good recommendation there, Mr. Ed. Run right out and grab one of those, like Mr. Ed said. I'm going to add it to cart. It's called a mini Praxis. That's pretty funny. I like that. A mini Praxis. I did not know they looked like that. I could have sworn they looked like something else. Oh, I forgot to turn my phone off. Let me do that really quick. Well, the guy didn't take my offer on a knife. Man, I've been wanting one forever, too. I don't know if I should buy it. Good morning, Mr. William, Mr. Drummer, and Mr. Co-Bunny. Hope you gentlemen are doing great. We're already looking at a $30 Satori look-alike. Mr. Ed posted the link. Thank you, Mr. Ed. So, what did I have in my pockets last night? Well, in my front pocket, I had this knife that I kind of forgot I had. It is that... Now, why are we not getting colors? We're just getting a blue. We're not getting the good purples. I think I'm going to switch to yellow lighting. Or maybe I need to go to white. Let's see. That looks all blue, but it's not all blue. Let me go back the other way and see if that fixes it. All right, now do we see purples? Better. Yellow light puts a little better color spectrum on there. All right, anyway, I carried this last night. I almost forgot I had it. It's that one with the mill blade that we had to fix the button on. But yeah, I carried that. It's sold as M390, but it's actually real 14C 28N blade steel. So I had that in the front pocket. And then in the back pocket, I had a knife that I realized is kind of like the Evo and the Draco had a baby and closed in the blade hole. But I had that in my back pocket. This is a very nice knife. If you want something similar to an Evo or this knife, for instance, pick you up one of those cavemen. They're great knives. I actually posted a picture showing all three of them together so you can kind of visualize what I just said. I posted it over on the Discord, which the link is in the description if you want to join the Discord, but but yeah, well, dang it. Very similar. It's kind of like a scaled down version of the other two with no blade hole. They all have similar grinds on them. The handles, if you mix these two together, you get kind of this one. So it's a cool knife if you can't get the other two. Or it's just a cool knife by itself. Very nice knife. It's got the big jimping like both of the other ones. Synchronicity. There you go, TC Blades. It is a very nice knife, very comfortable. And like I said, that I've been becoming a fan of that bigger jimping here lately. It seems to I don't know, it grips. It always grips enough if you put enough pressure, where some of the smaller jimping doesn't. It's smooth when you need it to be, but if you apply enough pressure, it definitely grips. But the Evo kind of has the same thing. It's got that big jimping. And I'm a fan. I cannot wait when I can compare this one to this one, and they both have hollow grinds. So I'm very anxious to get this blade back from BGM. Those pictures that Mr. John sent me with how nice the lines looked made me feel really good that he's going to do a great job on this blade. So I can't wait for that. Anyway, had those two in my pocket last night. And then in my back left pocket, I had my Vespa again. All right, Co-Bunny said, been waiting like 2 weeks for something or other machete. Shin Guang Long. Shin Guang Long machete. What is a Shin Long Gong Long machete? I am not familiar. I guess it is a machete. Oh, here is a Shin Gong Long katana. Currently unavailable. Wow. This katana looked nice. Wonder how much it was. Alright. So now I know it's all together. Guang Long. Now I can search again. Machete. Real handmade katana. Tactical machete. Oh. Here's you. So this is what it is.
I didn't have good enough lighting to show everything off, so this is the Shin Guang Long machete black, I think it's called. It's a machete. This is what all you get with it. Like, here's the Kydex thing. They give you this nice case here. I only got one hand, but it's a really nice case, and they give you like gloves and wipes and oil and like a brush and all that. You get like this is some premium stuff right here.
Yeah, I like it, man.
Yeah, this thing is badass.
Not bad.
Give you some more close looks at this. I'm learning that this apparently is just G10. It's not ebony wood, but I was not expecting ebony wood. And give you a close-up look of everything.
So they're around $400, huh?
Yeah, this is badass. This is the Shen Guang Long machete off of Amazon. I have another one on the way, and it's more sword-like. Like the tip is pointing the other way, and I'll show you that one when I get it. But what do you think? Is this badass or what? I would say this is a $400 mandatory purchase. But let me know what you think in the comments and have a good one.
Yeah, man, I like it. Yeah, it's a minimal gents carry. Like Sever said. Ed linked it up there. The one in my cart. You mean the one that I was showing on Amazon? Yeah, the link for it. Scroll up just a little bit. Ed left it. It's the ma.co link. I don't know which one you're talking about unless that's the one you're talking about. All right, so I did get a knife in yesterday. Yeah, it's up by Ed's link. Just a little bit up. And I don't know about all y'all if you sort by live chat or top chat, but set it to live chat and you'll be a lot happier. And also, one thing I've got to insist everybody do every video, because for some reason YouTube screws up, is when you're watching my video, always make sure to grab that slider and slide it all the way to the right. And so grab this little red dot and slide it all the way to the right so that you know you're caught up. Because if you don't, you won't be. And it sucks. Because it makes the timing off. You'll be commenting on stuff that I talked about 10 minutes ago. But anyway, good morning, Sean. All right, so back to what I was saying. I got something in yesterday, and I want to show it to y'all because, you know, knives. Yeah, or push the live button. I don't know. Some people say that doesn't work either sometimes because the red light will be lit up, but they won't be live. So I've just told people to use the slider because I know that works. But some people have said they weren't even live when the red light was on. But up at the top, you can sort the chat. I don't know, at least I can. The top chat, live chat. Well, maybe I have different options than y'all have. And I've also got fan funding. Good morning, Trouble Bunny. All right, so here's the one I got in yesterday that I think y'all will like to see. And this is that TKL Night Stalker inspired knife. I don't want to call it a clone because it's not, and I'll explain why. It's pretty, but it's definitely inspired by that knife. Coolest thing I've found about this knife, other than I do like the colors that they chose and the texture, is the thinness of this sheath and the little clip they put on the back. So I haven't seen these for sale, but this spacing is perfect for these sheaths. And it makes it where you can take it from vertical to scout. And it works very, very nicely. But the knife itself is about 0.6 of an inch shorter than the original. It's the TKL Night Stalker. And the original has the little metal, you know how they square off the end of some of the round things? The TKL has that. And the screw placement is different on the TKL. And like I said, it's about almost 3/4 of an inch longer, the original is. But this one was only like $20. And it's very comfortable in the hand. It feels like a little precise working knife. It's got, the blade on it is not very long. Cutting edge is only about 2 3/4. Yeah, about 2 3/4, a little over. So it's a small little knife, but very functional. And it feels good. It feels better like this with the big loop being on your pointer. So it would make a very good defensive weapon as well. But I love the sheath, how thin it is. It's super thin. And the fact that it's set up for scout carry right off the rip. And I want to buy like 4 or 5 of these little things to put on other sheaths, because these would mount right. You can see the difference in how far off your body they would be. This one feels comfortable though, because it gets out of the way when you sit down. It kind of gives you that gap in your belly, so if you have a belly. So being right up against your body, but this one's so thin that it just kind of disappears too, and your belly lays over it. That's kind of funny. But I put the link to these in the Discord channel. They're on AliExpress. I think they're like $20. And they got 2 different models of it. They got and I guess the other one is probably closer to the real size. But here's the 2 they got. And I'm pretty sure those are both inspired by TCal. They don't say TCal on them, so I'm glad about that. Yeah, they're both, decent little $25 knives. So there you go. If you want the link to those, you can join the Discord. Or, there it is. Let's see. Good morning, Andrew. I had a couple of other things I wanted to talk about too. So, y'all know I've been, I buy quite a few Tucson knives. And I've got a list of a bunch of the integrals that I don't have yet. And, yeah, so one of those, the reason I don't like it is because it's ugly. The reason I haven't gotten one. And that is the Tucson TS-142. Because it's got that brown micarta and carbon fiber mixed together. And I just don't like it. A lot of people consider it their favorite Tucson integral. But I just can't do with the two-tone. So luckily, they came out, somebody else must have told them that too, because they came out with a new version with a solid Damascus and micarta. And I think I can deal with this one. So I'm trying to get one of those, sorry. They're pretty pricey though. So I'm looking on eBay right now. But they finally released this version, which I can deal with. So, yeah, it's one of the ones I've been wanting for a while. And then, I like this picture that Jufool posted. And this is what I was trying to show y'all, where they try to show proof of the real M390 bowler steel. So it shows the breakdown of the chemical composition, and it tells how big of the piece. So it's showing how They bought 112 kilograms, and it was this big. The sheet was, or that total, and it shows the bowler heat treat number, or whatever they did to it. And then it shows the bowler. Anyway, he's selling these Jack Wolf knives, M390 ones. I think they're about sold out. So if you're wanting one, oh wow, they were $77 earlier. What did I buy for $77 that is now $160? I'm positive they were $77. There was only 3 of them left, and I bought 2 of them. Yeah, wow. I wonder if he'll honor that. Anyway, earlier they were $77. It says there's 11 available now. It said there was 3 earlier. Don't buy it for that price. Forget that link today. All right. Back over here. So, what else? Oh, yeah. So I showed y'all that little thing that dude bought the other day, the little digital magnifying glass. And I had already ordered one, and it came in yesterday. So I've got this little thing, and it's got a micro SD card slot on the side, so you can record pictures and video. And it's got a USB-C charger on the side. And then it's got a little manual magnifying glass down here in the bottom. I like it. You can adjust the light and the amount of digital zoom, but you can't focus it. And it's only focused when you lay it flat on something. So to get it to focus, you basically have to lay it flat on something. And the light is too bright, so hold on. So to get it to show you stuff, you have to lay it right down on there. But it does work pretty good in person. And you can actually, the refresh rate on it must not match my camera because it's showing up pretty good. But you can see the dots everywhere, like that make up the colors. Pretty wild. You can see all the perforation holes. But it works decently. When you get on top of, like, let's look at the mill blade on this thing. See if it shows up. Come on. Probably got the light a little too bright. Oh, no, there we go. That's super clear. Wow, y'all can't see it, but it's showing up really good in person. Well, that's pretty wild. Wonder if I can get the blade edge to show up. When the light reflects, oh yeah, there's the blade edge. You can see it really good. I wish the glare wasn't. Let me take a picture. Hold on. Yeah. So there's the picture I took. You still can't see it. It's still washed out. The screen is too bright too, I guess. Oh well, it does work. And these little things were like 20 bucks. And like I said, you can throw a micro SD card in it and record videos and stuff. I'm sure it'll come in handy somewhere. Good morning, B Shady. What else? I think that's about it. That's about all I had this morning. Y'all got to give me some stuff y'all want to check out. Hit that like button while you're at it. Oh, I know what I was going to do today. There was a couple things. I was going to go basically do what I do when I'm looking for knives and I'm bored at work or wherever. So a lot of times I'll just go to eBay and type in M390 knife. So I found a good way to narrow down your searches is to find you a good blade steel that you like and go to random websites and just type in that blade steel plus the word knife. And you'll run across knives that way that you don't normally run across. And when you do run across them, they'll be the blade steel that you prefer. So they kind of get a head start on likability. And a lot of times I'll go, when I'm on eBay, a lot of times I'll click on auction because I might get a really good deal on one. But you'll run across all kinds of random stuff. Like here's a mini Nova. Price isn't the greatest. That's why nobody's bid on it, but at least you'll see it. And it'll help you run across knives randomly that you might not, that match your preferred blade steel. Like there's a Raptor, for instance. And then if you don't like the price, then you can take the knife that you ran across and you can go try to find a better deal on it somewhere else, like White Mountain Knives or Amazon or wherever you want to check. And you'll also on eBay run across a bunch of the fake ones that are labeled M390, and it'll give you a good chance to learn how to tell which ones are real and which ones aren't by the fact of some of them being crazy priced. Here's the one I'm bidding on at the moment. I'm not going to go much higher than this. I'll probably go to like 220. But I know that I can't get it any cheaper at White Mountain Knives. It'll be 270 at White Mountain Knives. So if I can get it for 220 plus tax, I'll still save some money. But this is what I do a lot when I just sit around and want to find some cool knives. And I've run across a ton of knives this way. This knife is on AliExpress. And it does not have, this is one of those ones that's not real M390. Pretty positive. But what's this eBay Live? Are they trying to do like Whatnot? Aha. It's like this is a coin channel. Aha! So it is kind of like Whatnot. Are there any good knife channels on here? Doesn't look like it. Pokemons and coins. Well, that's weird. And I do the same thing. So a lot of times I'll go to Knife Center and I'll type in M390 knife or just M390. And then over here, I'll go pick the lock styles like that I like. So I'll pick frame lock is usually the first one I pick. And I'll let it refresh. And then I'll go back down here. And now, since I'm liking liner locks just as much as frame locks, I'm going to click that. And then I'll sort by newest. And then if you do this every month or so, you'll see a bunch of knives that you'll like, and you'll catch up to yourself every month and catch all the newest ones. But it's a really good way. Like I haven't seen the latest Wingman EDC knives, but I do like that company. I bet that looks good closed too. Let's see. Yeah. It's a cool looking knife. But yeah, so you can tailor your searches for what you like. And go to some big knife places. I've got to get one of these Ontoritas. Or Otorita, sorry. Otorita. I love this knife. I love this plain version right here. That's one of my favorite new knives. I'll have fun at the Great American Outdoor Show, Sean. You and Trouble Bunny have fun. Morning, Michael. Yeah, I love that knife. I want to feel what that choil feels like, and I want to do a flipper tab delete on it so bad and make that choil flow right in. I need to just break down and buy one, but y'all know me. I always feel better when I get a little deal. Which brings me to another topic. Do you look at knives? Does blade steel not matter to you, and you don't want to focus your search for a certain blade steel because you want to be able to look at everything? I just know myself, if I don't put some kind of limits on my knife looking, I won't get focused enough to find a bunch of ones that I really, really like. Because I've already seen quite a few that I really, really like. And if a lot of them I've even mentioned before. I mean, on this page alone, we got the Fluxor, which I love. I like both this North Mountain blade and this Wingman. I like this new Remet. I like the Steed better. I like this Otorita. I like both of these. So like it gets you looking at knives. I don't know, there's too many knives in the world. And if you don't put some kind of limits on yourself, I think a lot of times you won't focus and get knives that really meet a ton of your key points instead of just a few of your key points. And then you have to go through a bunch of knives that you don't really end up liking. So I think in order to buy keepers, it's better to focus on just a few categories that you like. You don't have to put as many as I did. You don't have to put M390 frame locks or liner locks. But I just know that I'm more likely to like those types of knives. And I don't prefer crossbar lock knives or button lock knives. So when I go looking at knives that I want to be serious about buying, I don't know, it's just a tip. Take it or leave it. Yeah, like I like a bunch of these knives we've seen. There's the collinear, there's the sure Mr. Bob likes some of these Gambits. There's a Lux Mini. Nova Mini. So it just gives you, yeah, I had one of these impulse thins. I sold it. And then hop around to a few different knife sites. Don't just stick with one. Go to Knife Center, go to Blade HQ, go to some of the other big ones. That Warrior 3 looks pretty sweet. I love that milling. That's an integral too, huh? Well, I wish it was a front flipper. Maybe you can front flip it. I like that milling pattern. I don't know that I totally like. There's something going on with the shape of it. I think the blade gets too small at the end for me. That Hulk, I almost like the blade on the Hulk better. Was this other one an integral, really? Yep. Oh, an integrated backspacer. It says it's got an integrated backspacer. Does it say integral anywhere on the ad? I don't think so. Build titanium pocket clip. I don't know. Huh. Oh, yeah, it's, now there's a groove down there. Let's see if we can tell. Kind of looks like an integral. Oh, no, there's a screw hole. Dang. That's crazy. Well, they did a good job making it look like one. I thought it should say it somewhere in the post. Oh yeah, okay, good. Y'all answered me. Ashton likes the Odorita also. Drummer digs it. Good morning, David. Ashton said he doesn't have a preferred steel. Still relatively new. Okay, well that's cool. Sever likes titanium, integral, and zircotite. Michael doesn't limit himself to one steel, but he does pick other features like frame lock, titanium. And Drummer goes design, then size. So he likes to look at a bunch of pictures, and then when he finds a picture he likes, he figures out whether it's big enough for him. Integrated, no, does not mean the same thing. It means that they figured out a way to attach it without using screws. So it's kind of like a trick word to where it makes you think it's an integral, but it means that they figured out how to use pins to hold it in place and then sandwich the whole thing together with one screw. And Andrew doesn't pick anything. He just buys them all. I I will scroll down in just a second, Sever. Do I know why the Real Jack 1.5 is so expensive? I mean, all the Jacks are pretty pricey, but is the 1.5 like ridiculous? I don't know why that would be the case. Somebody else may be able to answer you. I know Mr. Ed used to have a Jack. I've got the Jack added on my list. Can't ever find one that I can afford. But you're Mr. Big Money, Big Knife. But I don't know why it would be like more than just the other Jacks. All right, Sever said he wanted to scroll down. There was a Damascus. Of which knife? I don't know which knife you want me to look for. Help me out, Sever. The last one I looked at was this one. Oh, there you go. There's what you saw. Yeah, see, I like the looks of that one better. That's a prettier knife, but it's not, doesn't make sense to buy a bunch of knives like that to me, because I could buy 3 of the regular ones and experience what the knife feels like instead of it just being eye candy. But there are certain knives that I would do that for, but if I want to experience new knives and it's not really one that's on my like radar as one of the grails I want to get, then I would rather get 3 of the regular ones to experience what the knives are instead of getting one of these super pretty ones for the same price. Just my opinion. Stargazer. It's a great knife. I've got it right here. If you want to see it. Somewhere back here. It's in my new case. I just sorted a bunch of stuff. Let me see if I can find it for you. I might have to pull out every single knife in order to find it. Nope, there it is. Yeah, here it is. It is a great knife. Very comfortable knife. It's definitely a liner lock. And if I could say anything bad about it, which I love the guy that makes them, and I love his price point for Vanex steel, and I love his creativity with the shape and the feel of it. But the way he kept the price down was to make it feel, as far as the materials for the handle, it feels a lot like other inexpensive Amazon liner locks with big liners. These liners are polished up nice and they're better liners, but the handles themselves feels a lot like some of the $30 Amazon knives. And that's not a bad thing because these knives are great knives. But the handles, it just kind of has that feel of a, I mean, they're getting so good for that price point nowadays that I don't want to get this misconstrued like it's bad at all. But it doesn't feel premium. That's where he cut the cost in order to get the Vanex blades. But then he threw on a nice clip. So, you know, he kind of counteracted the fact that the scales and the liners feel like a regular liner lock, $30, $40. But then he threw on a nicer clip and a nicer blade. So that jumped the price up to where it landed, right under $100. So that's just my opinion. But great knife, and it's twice as good or 2.5 times as good as one of these $30, Amazon knives that I was talking about. Much better blade steel, much better clip. But as far as the feel to the handles, I'm just being honest. It's got great action, both opening and closing, super smooth. In fact, the way the pivot is, so far out, it makes it, when you close it, it has a different kind of feel. It's like, it's all about, geometry on knives, and the pivot's way out here, so it's got the leverage. But yeah, great knife. Yeah, it's perfect for the price point. I agree. You can't get Van X steel for that price. And it's OEM by Migron, which I love. So you can't fault anything about it, really. And quality control in the edges and the finishing of these handles are better than the Amazon one. Way better. Migron does a better job. But Migron also makes some $40 and $50 liner locks. So compare it to that with a better blade. Grippier clip for your smock. Yeah, what do I have on my smock? I don't even remember. Oh, I bought one that was somebody, I don't know why I threw this on there, but it was custom. Somebody gave it to me. It came on, I don't remember where I got it actually. But I did anodize it myself. But I like the deep carry clips for most of my Spydercos. I've got the ones like this that, are kind of deep carry, that have the little cutout for the circle, for the lanyard hole. They have a little curve. I've got a bunch of these on my Spydercos. These are pretty grippy. Actually, no, they're not that forceful. This one is stronger as far as holding itself in. Dragoon, yeah. I mean, when a knife company like that loses their domain name, that's pretty far down the company list of like, hey, you're not taking care of your company. So when they lost the domain name a couple months ago and had to jump to the double M, I knew something was going on with the company then. I don't even know who Lindsey Vaughn is. Who is Lindsey Vaughn, TC? Name sounds familiar, but I don't know who she is. But we don't usually talk much political, but somebody else get killed or die, or what happened? We don't have to go into it, but you can let us know at least. Be Shady, you don't know who she is either? Well, good. I don't feel stupid. Oh, okay. So that's why I've heard of her. Yeah, I haven't watched a single bit of the Olympics. I knew I'd heard the name before. What happened to her? She have a skiing accident? Is she a new? Well, there we go. She's connected to Tiger Woods. Good morning, Cliff. Oh, dang. She crashed today? That's no good. Yeah, me too, Shady. I'm drama free, but I do try to keep up with news. But I'm not. Yeah, I like a bunch of the new Ramet knives. I like the Cool Well, the Steed, and this other one up here. The what was it? It's on the first page. I like the Cool Well, the Steed, and the other one. North Mountain Blade Ultra. I like the stuff Chavez has been doing, especially with ProTech. There's a Mini Goblin collab with Shark Neve Co. That's a pretty knife too. Love that milling. Yep, that's pretty clean. Yeah, there's the Ryson. I definitely want to get one of those. I've got it added to my list. I will have one of those. Because that is, if y'all want to know what chip style knife is, that is a chip style knife. No flipper tab, good forward choil, harpoon or ramp on the back, and just clean, plain lines. Um, oh, so she's nothing really happened to her? She hurt herself? I mean, she didn't like die or nothing? All right. I hope she gets better. Okay, William. So I've given this tip before, but if you want to go find parts for Spyderco knives, go find the C number for your knife. So when I say the C number, I mean the model number, and a lot of websites will have it. So Spyderco's website used to have it, but just type in the knife that you want to find a part for, and go. Blade HQ is pretty good about having the model number. So down here at the model number, I see that it's the C240. So once you have that C240 number, since on the Chinese sites, they can't advertise by Spyderco knife names, like they can't say Smock clip. You can type in C240 clip and you won't find a single thing. Sometimes, so for the bigger models, you'll find the parts. But like right here, since we put in the C240, we found, but it also says Smock. So they might let them use the word smock. But some of the other names, they won't let them use. So you can find stuff that will fit your smock or other spider codes by using the C number. I'm looking at these belt clips, sorry. Scout carry. But like, for instance, back here, it's a lot easier to find them for like the para. Like if I put para 2 and I go to here and I go down to the C number, it is the C81. So then I go over here and I type C81 titanium clip. And you will find, here's the 2-piece Lynch ones, copies of the 2-piece Lynch ones. And I think these will fit on the smock. But I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. But I think the spacing, let me look at my smock. Yeah, these will fit on a smock. And these are pretty awesome. They're the Lynch 2-piece ones that don't show any screws on the outside. The screws are on the end down here. So that's pretty cool. But I'm pretty sure these will fit a smock. And then right here, here's the titanium ones. I believe that's the exact same one I've got on my smock. Yeah, it says all these different knives. C81, Delica, Endura. So that's the clip that I got on my smock. So there's you a couple of clips, William. Yeah, if y'all don't mind smashing that like button to help the algorithm get some more people in here to talk to us about knives. All right. Vermette sending TC a new swordfish. Stargazer likes choils. Yeah, I do too. Sever wants a Ryzen. Oh, she got airlifted? Dang, okay. Well, that's a little more serious than I thought. I hope she's all right. I wasn't trying to glance over that, but somebody said she tore her ACL, and I was like, oh, well, that happens. But yeah, airlift doesn't happen normally, and that sucks. Thank you, Mr. David. But anyway, you can find stuff on AliExpress by using that C number for Spyderco knives. And you can get any kind of these clips you want. From deep carry to the 2-piece Lynch ones like these. And it looks like they have them in all kinds of colors and styles now too. They got a rose gold one, a stonewash one. That one actually looks pretty cool. And a black one. I want to get one of those to try out. In fact, I like this post because I got the different styles. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in my other browser where I can buy one later. All right. SOCOM RAM locks. That was the next topic. Let's see. Paste. So I've got a SOCOM Mini that will be delivered tomorrow, I believe. Is it a ram lock? I have no idea. It is. It is right here. Well, I don't have any real pictures of it. I guess I should have asked for those. So they can't show the locks where I bought it from. SOCOM Mini. Okay. Yep, that's Surefire. Okay, no, it's a frame lock. Bravo Mini. Oh, this is the ram lock. This might be, hold on. That one in the picture right there. Oh, that's the full size. I guess all the minis are frame locked still. 1 month ago. Yeah, that's a frame lock. Sever, didn't you have one of those? Oh, yeah, you just said that, huh? Yeah, I know what the ram lock is, Sever. That's all it is. It's what the Stitch and the MSI have. The two I showed yesterday had ram locks. They've also got that problem where they don't seat far enough forward and there's a big gap in front of the lock that can be fixed and taken out. There's a cool video on YouTube about that. Yeah, so fixing ram lock. I did a one of my biggest videos was a lock fail. Yeah, this is the video where he fixes it. Because it failed on the video before.
So, whereas
but
if it was all the way to the end of the slot, it's a pretty heavy piece, and when the ram head moves forward, there's another pin there.
So
the pin.
He shows how to gently sand down the blade a little bit where it'll slide forward all the way.
So I just put forward pressure in.
And he takes a little bit out of the notch.
My work sharp and remove material slowly.
But he removes a little bit off the back of the blade right there to where he gets the ram lock to seat fully.
Continuous to the point.
And it doesn't fail any longer.
But the manufacturing process at Microtech does not involve hand fitment.
So now it slides all the way to the front
bearings.
And locks up better.
Alignment required and everything.
Now there's not a gap at the front there.
Design.
And it's sitting further onto the blade.
I use T20 bit.
And then since he cut himself,
the blade is arrested.
When the last one failed,
and it's held in place.
He made this big jig
when I
to test it with.
Strikes, I was wearing just a basic glove. Now I'm wearing anything I'm gonna hold it out of the way like this.
Now he's scared of it.
Just like I did on the tree.
But the ram locks have been known to fail with vibration. And he shows it at the beginning here, I believe, where he cut himself. Actually, on his channel. He shows it somewhere, I swear. Yeah, so here's what he fixed.
1.7 millimeters.
So before it had that much of a gap, and he fixed it where it slides up on the blade all the way. I don't like some of his videos, but those are okay. And let's see if ram lock. Critical design flaw. Oh yeah, this is it. This is where he cuts himself.
Hi there, knife people, hello lady and gentlemen. Today I am unboxing a great blood is too graphic for you. Stop right here.
Because
I caught that one good.
Unlock on the spine smack, I'm going to start with that test with this.
I mean, a lot of people say it's stupid to even do a spine test, but you need to know if your lock is going to fail.
That was a mistake.
Yeah. All right, so it failed, definitely. Yeah, a lot of people say that that's not a valid test, and why do you test that? And why does that matter? I mean, it matters. If a knife is supposed to lock up, I want it to lock up. I don't want it to partially lock up. So yeah, when you have that gap and there's actually more room that you can have better lockup, then why not just fix it where you have better lockup? Like, it seems like a simple, I mean, it's a real simple fix to me. Because both of these, like both of these right here, have gaps. Like that one has quite a bit of a gap that it could go forward further. And this one's the same way. This one's even worse. So why not have it when it's locked up? Get rid of that gap in the front. Have more lockup. Yeah, I don't like him, just like I said, Ed. I don't like him lots of times, but I like that video. Because it teaches people how to work on and mod their knives. And the main reason a lot of people don't like crossbar locks is because you have zero detent on most of them. So the blade is floppy. This one has a pretty good spring, but it'll just drop right out pretty easily. And I don't like that either. But like both of those do it super easy. To the fact that they'll open when they drop out. Whereas this one is a button lock and does have real detent. And it's got a really good feeling detent. But this one has a detent. Button locks to me are better than crossbar lock knives. And then frame locks and liner locks are better than both of those. That's how my ranking system goes. Good morning, Mr. Bill. This little TKL is cool little knife, though. It feels like if I was doing any kind of field dressing, this would be a nice little knife to use for that. I feel like I could be very precise with it. And it feels pretty good for defensively when I want the blade going out that way. Feels pretty good too. But hopefully I don't need that. All right. Royat store is down. I thought it was gone. I thought they sold off their knives to other people, like the guys we bought the stitches from. Been sick with bronchitis. That's no good. All right. I'll put up this knife. Yeah, I thought Royat was gone, but I don't know what Sever's talking about. Because that other shop, Old Lee Swordsman bought a bunch of their old stock, and that's where those stitches came from. Because this is definitely the Royat stitch, and these are the same ones. Oh, thank you, Stargazer. But I don't believe you because it would have popped up on screen. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I think so. SMKE sold out to Perode, P-E-R-O-D. And then Perode sold out to Royat, R-O-Y-A-T. And now I think Royat has gone out of business. So SMKE are going to, the same company, I think one of the AliExpress stores is probably going to pick up like Old Lee Swordsman or Daxi Store or one of those and start dropping some of their older releases. Look, I told you, Stargazer. Well, welcome to the channel, sir. That's all we talk about is knives. But yeah, these Royat did a decent job. They're just the same quality as the SMKE because they're just the same company. Which are a step down from like the Hillbergs and the Lion Blade Works. And some of the other better brands. Sever, I'll tell you who you need to start talking to if you want to talk to people about that. Is talk straight to Lemifshi. And he sells his stuff at a bunch of stores, but the one that's actually his is the NKAIE. Hold on. This store, the NKAIED store. So this store is Lemifshi if you go to the chat. So just go to this store and then chat that person, and you'll be talking to Lemivshy. NKAIED store. Go to that store and hit chat, and you'll be talking straight to Lemivshy. So go get him to make whatever. The only thing he requires is disassembly pictures and a little bit of stats on the size. He also sells at the 668 Knives store, but that's not his personal store. 668 Knives has other stuff besides Lemivshy. They sell, so he partners up with them and sells his stuff over there too. But the NKAIED, yeah, it's not the Naked store. It's NKAIED. I just put it up there in the chat, but yeah, just go message and ask him whatever one you wanted to ask Roy at about. All right. Well, the screen went black. No good. Andrew, you're about 20 minutes behind the live. Well, y'all give me something else you want to look at before we end today off. Today's going to be a great day. I can just feel it. Can't y'all feel it? Isn't today going to be great? It's going to be laid back and relaxing. We're all going to get good rest today. No drama. All of our women are going to act nice today. Okay, I was just making sure you were good, Andrew. No big deal. I just hate when people get behind. Yeah, I didn't ever go look at the jacks. Why is the 1.5 so expensive? Holy cow! Well, that's one of the ones where dude is just out of his mind. Yeah, dude must be out his mind. That's a little better. Well, that's 3 times better. Come on, go away, X. Still, that's number 7 of 24 made. Okay, I guess because they only made this pattern. Do they make any regular ones? I guess not. So that's why. Because this one is only $665. Even with Damasteel. Dragon, I got one on the table, I thought. Oh, I just put it back up. But yeah, you do need to check it out for sure. If I knew you better, or if you're probably fine, I would send you this one to check out. Join the Discord and hit me up. Discord link is in the description. But yeah, I got one. I don't just send knives to willy-nilly, but I'd be happy to if you're a trustworthy guy, which I'm sure you are. All right, back. I think I want a Jack 2. No, I'm just kidding. Riot Jack 2. Yeah, I want a... Let's see. All I got is ugly ones so far, but I know they have one that looks decent. Yeah, that one's not bad. But the Jack 1 be my preference. I don't like the flame, and I don't like carbon fiber. All right. They got a Jack Jr. Let's go look at images. I thought they had one that was kind of plain. Yeah, like, why is this one? Wait, hold on. I just saw it. So they make one like this that's pretty much... That one's got a brass inlay. Flame titanium. Why do they keep... I guess the... That's the Jack Jr. Yeah, I guess that's the one that I like the best. No flame titanium.
Hey, have you been told that you don't know Jack? Well, you know what?
Oh.
You're going to know Jack after this video.
That reminds me, I got to show y'all one video before we leave from LTK. But there you go. That's the version I want.
You're going to know Jack after this video.
Yeah, that one's the cleanest one, unless they have a fully tie one. I think they do, but I just couldn't find it. But I wanted to show y'all one of his videos he did yesterday. That was very interesting.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
Before we leave today.
Get all this cleaned off. We are going to have fun. We are going to finally have some great fun and a lot of laughs. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is going to be a lot of fun, man. I went on Amazon and I looked up these knives. Oh, we're M390. 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 Yes, we're all M390. Yes, we are. No, you're not. Okay. So I went and bought them because I go, that's
None of them are real.
For this.
So I'm going to go through and show you each knife and then show you the sheet.
That's why I'm acting. Oh,
well, the first one
I didn't even take my
is the amphibian clone.
Well, maybe that's why I'm acting like I am.
And these are all from Amazon.
Look at this. This is, oh, and it not only M390, but the Microtech special M390 of M390 MK. Oh, yes. Yes, this is incredible. What a knife. And how inexpensive this is. It's just crazy that we can buy such a beautiful thing at such a bargain price. All right, so let's take a look at this little dog. Okay, if I can, let's do it.
It was $70.
Okay. $50.
Or $50.
Deal.
Sorry.
What a deal.
All right, so
Almost
the steel test on this one.
Now, exactly.
All right.
Of course, you're going to have about 4 to 5% vanadium because it's M390, right? Right? And chromium is going to be 19 to 20%, correct? Whoops. Now, after they passed the lovely XRF analyzer.
So it's basically 420 HC stainless steel or similar, but it did test at a 60.
By it, they say, yeah, it's 420 high carbon or similar. Okay, you can't measure the carbon amount with a XRF analyzer, right? That can be done in another way where they have an OES or something and they sniff and they can tell the carbon amount, but that's not what this does. But it is a 60. Okay.
All right, so that's the first one. The second one is
it came back
the stitch.
2 days ago, and I just stuck it in a corner because
and it doesn't have the MK branding
to get after this,
but it does say M390.
M390, but it's not M390 MK. And here, thing, sucker for camping.
All right, so this one was $51.
That's why 51. Check that in the glass.
And then the test on it was basically the same thing.
We're not seeing 19 to 20% chromium. Whoop! Is this an 8CR13 possibly? And there you go. I mean, you got iron in here. Okay, you got steel. And you got the moly. So it could be 8CR13.
But those only tested at like 58 HRC.
Oh, shit, we ain't got no V. We got no vanadium in here. Oh, but it's rocking 58.
All right. And then the third one is the Shiro
Blade H
Desert Warrior.
Oh shit! Well, he had to take the lovely blue. I mean, now it's going to be on sale. It's going to be on sale really, really cheap. And he had to do that to do the Rockwell too. I said, do what you will. I know it's a $500-600 knife, but and so here it is. And of course, they claimed it was M390 as well, right?
All right. Price on it was $29.99. And the stats on it were
Shiro. Another 8.
Same thing, but it tested at a better 59 to 60.
We have no vanadium. So, guess what? The gun kept saying the same thing. 420, high carbon, or similar. Oh, that's my buddy. That's my buddy that does that, the testing. So he just said, yeah, it's somewhere in that class, right? It is not M390, not by a long-ass shot, okay? I mean, there is no vanadium. There should be 4 to 5% vanadium in here somewhere. There's nothing.
And then the last one is very disappointing.
We only got okay.
But it's the Glycon clone.
But love it. Damn. You are so lucky. Now, what do we got? Boom. Where'd he punch this dog? He punched it somewhere up in the top, I reckon. I said, do what you will. Oh, there he did punch it up there. Okay. Do what you will, because I don't really give a shit. If it was an expensive knife, I'd disassemble it and have him punch the blade where you can't see it normally. But on these, I ain't gonna waste my damn time. Okay,
How much?
They do.
So the way they get away with selling automatics on Amazon, they're not supposed to sell automatics on Amazon, is they call it a folding knife.
Call it a Glycon. They don't call it a Microtech. They don't call it. But they do say it's M390. There you go. I didn't even think you could get automatics on Amazon. Isn't that true? You must not. Actually, they're probably lying to get by that hurdle, right? It's a folding EDC pocket knife. That's what they're calling it. Actually, this should be banned from Amazon because they don't let you sell automatics. EDC, whatever, this out back. My God, you can get the Stitch. Buy both, 121. You just waste your money. Okay, so here's this. This is the blade material M390. Rate star.
All right, now look at the HRC on this one.
But here's it is 16. Not okay, a little bit. I mean, they didn't want to take too much time. Okay, well, actually, we'll cut paper. And there, yeah, oh, you're kind of catching on to how this printout's going to go here. Yeah, oh my God. Look at the Rockwell. They forgot to heat treat the damn thing. It's 51 or 51.1, 51.5. Holy shit. What was that, 69? I'll tell you what. I'll drop my price from 69 so you get it less than Amazon for whatever best offer. Okay, that is funny. That's funny. You can take the blade off of it and go heat treat it maybe, and then you might be somewhere.
Yeah, you could heat treat it yourself.
Steel. It has steel.
I thought it was funny when he said they forgot to heat treat it.
It's actually got a minuscule amount of vanadium in it. So this speaks HCR 13 MOV. Well, it's got
so that's HCR.
We'll take
but they forgot to heat
here,
treat it.
Slide it down here, and then we'll have HCR 13 MO. All this shit's probably basically an HCR whatever, you know, bullshit stuff. Okay, but poorly heat treated. HCR 13 I don't hate if it's done right and by reputable.
Yeah, the other ones were 58 and 60.
Right. Okay, and it could be a.
But that 51 is pretty crazy.
This way, no, not even close. Not even close. Okay.
Anyway, it was kind of cool how everything synchronicity brought me back around to LTK, and that was one of the videos I wanted to show y'all today. But that other video we just watched of him showing the jack led me back to him.
Hey,
so
have you been told that you don't know?
I'm a firm believer in synchronicity.
You know
when you're going along the right path, you'll get little cues that tell you you're going along the right path. And they're just little subtle things. Like you'll drive past a street that is your dog's name or something. Like you'll be lost and you'll say, I think I need to go this way, and the next street you pass will be your sister's name or something. And I think there's just, in life, there's little subtleties that we don't pick up on sometimes that let us know we're going down the right path and everything's working out the way it's supposed to.
Jack,
and this was just another case, an example of that. But pay attention to those little cues and they'll help you stay focused on the right path. My opinion. Anyway, that ended up the video well. And got us a few more minutes and we got to see some those same two exact knives that I just showed y'all. I put them up because I don't want them out. But yeah, those two that I just had on the table were those two that he tested. Are pretty much the same. It was an MSI and a stitch instead of an amphibian and a stitch, but they're all made at the same factory, I guarantee you. And if you want to know one that is real M390 and is a great value Swore it was in here, but maybe it's not. What did I do with it? It's got to be in here. Got to be somewhere else. Hold on. Yeah. So this one is real M390 and has awesome milling and has a huge billboard on it, which I'm going to eventually sand off and polish the blade. I'm going to mirror polish this blade and then maybe stone wash it to get rid of that logo. But this one is real M390 with not nice milling. And you can get these for a good price. This is a Shaman, basically, with the big OK billboard. But it is a Shaman. And these are great. Ask TC. TC's got one of these as well, or did. I don't know if he still does. But they're on bearings, which regular Spydercos are not. And they're real M390. And they're fairly inexpensive. So yeah, this is a great knife that is M390. And this company sold enough knives that they're getting their own stuff OEM like this one. And they're actually doing some work for some other people too. So I would trust the heat treat on this too. And if you want to find that one, you can just go to ok-knives.net, I believe. And go to the OK section. And it is the first one listed for $83. And they have 3 different milling patterns. So there you go. Can't beat that for 83 bucks. All right. Well, appreciate y'all being here today. If you hadn't smashed that like button yet, please do so. Help a brother out. I hope y'all have as great of a Sunday as I'm going to have. William, it seems like every generation we hear about that. I believe the powers that be are pitting us all against each other. That is definitely something they do because chaos creates an easier thing to control. People are easier to control when there's chaos going on. Because you get all the people that get scared. But I'd say don't worry about it. I'd say it's going to be how it's going to be, and nothing we dream or wish is going to change much of it. So just be prepared in whatever way you need to be prepared. And realize that it's all going to work out the way it's supposed to. That's how I feel. Go Seahawks. Pete, hope you have a good day too, sir. Mr. Ed, thank you for staying awake with us today. Be shady, have a good time chilling with the lady. Mister, have a good day, sir. Mr. Andrew, you too as well. I'm glad we got those knives for $77 earlier instead of 160. Scott, thank you, sir. It's good to see you on the weekends. Nick, have a good day, sir. Well, I don't care if you're half asleep or awake, you're still with us, Ed, and that's all that matters. Right? Yeah, the rest of the day feels good. I hope y'all have a great Sunday. I will see y'all bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.